And this right here is where I'm like, dude, you just got like they literally just bent you over and like rammed you, dude.
This episode, we're going to be talking about Detroit Pistons, the next team on our trade history podcast.
October 1st, 1993, Pistons trade Dennis Rodman, Isaiah Morris, a 1994 second round pick, and a 1996 first rounder to San Antonio. Pistons get Sean Elliott, David Wood, which is always hilarious when I gotta like say these names that I'm like, oh man, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know who the hell David Wood was, man. It's like David Wood and San Antonio's 96 first. Let's run through it, man. So the Pistons obviously they get rid of Dennis Rodman, right? To begin with, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow. This guy was on those bad boys Pistons teams that you mentioned. The Pistons that won the back-to-back NBA titles, 89 and 90. Rodman was on them, bro. He was on these teams. He was part of that culture, bad boy, all that stuff. He goes to San Antonio. Last two seasons in Detroit for Dennis Rodman, he averaged 8.8 points and 18.5 rebounds a game, dude. 18.5 boards.
Damn.
Insane shit, right? The next 5 seasons after this trade happens, Rodman averages 15 rebounds a game over the next 5 seasons, which includes a three-peat with the Bulls. So 5 years after this trade, he's still having a successful career.
Yeah, with the Spurs, he had like 17 and almost 17 again. That's crazy to average that much. Like for like 4 seasons, you said he averaged 18.3, before that 18.7 and 16.8 and 17.3. The lowest he averaged was 16.8. So 4 years of 16.8 plus. That's nuts.
Now we look at what the Pistons got back. I'm not going to waste any time with David Wood, right? Just saving time here. The main name there that they get back is Sean Elliott. He plays 73 games for the Pistons, averages 12 points, three and a half boards, 2.7 assists. And this right here is where I'm like, dude, you just got like, they literally just bent you over and like rammed you, dude. Remember, this is a trade between Detroit and San Antonio. Rodman to San Antonio, Sean Elliott from San Antonio to Detroit. Sean Elliott plays 73 games for the Pistons, and the Pistons trade him back to San Antonio for this guy named Bill Curley, who plays 53 games for the Pistons, averages 2.7 points a game, and then misses 2 straight seasons with a back injury and then just bounces around the league for a couple years until he's out. And I also forgot to mention, they basically swapped 96 picks, right? The 1996 pick that the Pistons send the Spurs becomes 18th overall. The one that the Spurs send the Pistons becomes 24th overall. So the Spurs got a better pick and Dennis Rodman out of this and Sean Elliott right back. Pistons get Bill Curley and the worst of the 96 picks. This is absolute incompetence, dude. I'm not even exaggerating it for a pod to try and get some sort of reaction out of people. This is horrible. This is almost as bad as when we talk about the Antoine Jameson, Zydrunas, then they waive Zydrunas, and then he goes back to Cleveland. You literally gave up Rodman for Sean Elliott and then just trade him right back to them a year later for a guy who barely gives you anything, dude. It's horrible, man. There's no way to justify these things. And for anyone who just wants to know, the 18th pick became John Wallace. The 24th pick became the junkyard dog Jerome Williams for whatever that's worth. Neither one of these guys like had incredible careers. It was basically Rodman for a bag of peanuts.
Damn. So it sounds like that might be like the worst trade in your mind.
Uh
Like worse than the Chauncey one.
oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.